Hi, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Um, Feel free to subscribe or not. I don't really care. Old subscribers, hi guys. How are you guys doing? How are you guys holding up? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you reading? And then what are you guys drinking? I want to know. Feel free to comment below. Um, I won't bite. Okay. But yeah, I am in a mood. The mood is a secret. It's a fucking secret. Uh, I I think I'm in a bad mood. I don't know. I'm just really tired. Went to sleep really late last night. My husband's coworkers called him a bunch of times. He didn't have their number saved. So they're calling us like all hours of the night, waking us up. And then everybody was just waking me up all night long. The animals, my kids, random numbers. And then what happened was somebody had missed their shift, so they had to call my husband to go in to fill in the seat because where he works, you have to have somebody always working or catastrophe. You know what I mean? Or like goodbye everybody, see you later, or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Um, so whatever. I'm wearing Space Chameleon as my eyeshadow from this brand right here. And yeah, I've reshot this a couple times because I just keep deleting footage. I'm like in a fucked off mood. I don't know. I'm being a bitch right now. I'm totally being a bitch, and sorry. Um, I don't like it. uh, yeah, yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. Yeah. So I am being zipati pupa. And if you know, you know. You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Jennifer, she poops at zipatis. Have you guys seen that on Instagram? Are you guys on Instagram? Do you guys follow me? Go follow me if you want. Um, I post just a bunch of shit posts. I'm so sorry. I just shit post. And I do not answer DMs. Do not fucking DM me because I will not answer you. I'll probably just delete it. Nothing against you. I don't do that. I don't want to talk to anybody. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me in my comment section, but there's nothing anybody needs to tell me in a private message that fucking matters. Like, there's literally nothing you need to tell me in a private message, like, at all. I don't know. I've been feeling, I don't know, a certain way. I just want the holidays to be over. I want it to be 2025 already. I I don't want it to be 2024 anymore. I don't really, I don't know. Just, you know, sometimes I think about like what my, how do you say, what my trauma specialist would say. Um, and what's been pissing me off lately is the audacity of lying bitches. Like the audacity. Um, I know some people who are just like on social media they act one way, and in real life they're fucking psychotic, but like in a way that is wow, like unbelievable. So that's just annoying me lately. So like, you know me, I have a mouth, right? So I just, what my therapist would tell me is that I need to avoid people like that, even if they are family or not family or friends or relatives or anything, that I just should avoid people like that. Because it's, you gotta watch out the stories you hear what's going in your brain. You know what I mean? So I'm going to hand that piece of advice to you too as well. If you're dealing with somebody in your life who's a total narcissistic cunt, like, and not in a cute way, like, you know what I mean? Like, then the best thing you could do is ignore the fuck out of them. Like, mute, like, you could still be friends with them on Facebook to save face or whatever, but you could snooze them for 30 days, unfollow them, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's just, I've been hearing a lot of stories in my head, like from, my phone, seeing things and people, and it's just frustrating because when you know the truth and you know how they really are, it's extraordinarily, like, I have a thing in my head where if something, like some kind of injustice is happening to me, or somebody's like actively lying around me, I'm just real loud. I'm just real loud about it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? I'm real big about honesty, and I'm real big about not being a total fucking bitch, like, for evil purposes. Like, being a bitch for good purposes, yeah. Hell yeah. Like, fuck yeah. Go. Do it. Like, yeah. Sorry, I'm spitting. I got all excited. I'm like, blah, blah. But being a bitch for evil, nefarious purposes, just shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, for real. Like, for real. You have to talk about, like, sorry, I'm not making much sense. I'm so fucking tired. I'm not making any sense. I'm like, yeah, if you're a bitch and you're cool, yes. But if you're a bitch and you're not cool, no. It's not, actually, that's not that hard to understand. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, just unsubscribe and block me. Like, please. No, but yeah. No, but yes. I'm just your normal average byproduct of a fucked off society. No big deal. Yeah. So anyways, I've been fucking around with a lot of like glittery fairy kind of stuff, highlighters as eyeshadows. Let's change the subject. Let's change the subject. Let's change the subject. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Last night I ate like half a cabbage. Like, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you right now. And you're probably like, bitch, you just were talking about eyeshadow. Not anymore, honey. I chopped up some cabbage. I mixed it with seasonings, soy sauce. There's like this brand of seasonings. It's called like JUGO or something like that. Garlic powder, onion, lemon pepper. And I boiled it until the cabbage was soft, and that was like the best thing ever. It was so good. And then I ate it. Like, there was no meat in it or anything, and I ate that, and that's what I ate for dinner. And it was like I ate half a fucking cabbage, and it was so good. And I was like, what am I, a fucking rabbit? I was like, where did that come from? Like, I do things intuitively a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I'm gonna buy a cabbage, and it was like $2.48 for like a head of cabbage. It was the size of my head. That's why they call it that. So I had a cabbage for like $2.48 or something like that. And I was like, wow, that's great because I can make a lot of like boiled cabbage, but I add seasonings. I don't play that boring shit. I add seasonings. I make that shit not taste like cabbage anymore. Anyway, so I ate it and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? But it was so delicious. There are these cabbage wraps where you like make kind of like shredded chicken with other herbs and spices and perhaps vegetables, and then you can steam the cabbage leaves. You get them wet to where they're pliable, and you roll them up like a dumpling, and then you steam those. That is really good as well. Those are really, really good. I don't have any more cabbage. I might make that today, but no, because my husband took my car to work. Fuck. Tell my husband, pick me up a cabbage, and then hang up on him, and he's like, I should call him from an anonymous number and be like, pick me up a cabbage, and hang up. He'd probably know it was me. Because that's just something I would do. And he'd be like, bitch, why are you calling me from weird numbers telling me to give you cabbage? Rabbit core. I'm in my rabbit era. No, but you know what? I got really sad yesterday because I made tuna fish egg salad. Like, it's celery, onion, seasonings, mayonnaise, egg, like a boiled egg, and then tuna fish. You mix it up and then you put it on some bread and you eat it like a sandwich. I don't know. This is something we do in the South, and it's like tuna fish or egg salad or something like that. I don't know. It's something. My mom used to make it. My husband loves it. Whatever. But I added too much celery. No, I added too much celery. Sorry, I'm not making sense to myself this morning. And so I added too much celery to my tuna fish salad. Salad, is that what it is? Yeah. Anyways, what I used to do, because I would raise rabbits, I had rabbits. I had a rabbit named Bigfoot, and then I had a rabbit named Dale, and then I had a rabbit named, what was her name? I think it was Cinnamon? Cinnamon and Dale. I named Dale after Dale Brigsby. Anyways, so anyways, I was gonna name the other one JB Mooney, but it was a girl. So anyways, I would always take my table scraps and I'd feed them either to the chickens or to the rabbits. And I went outside with my celery excess and my cabbage excess, like the butt of it, you know what I mean? The part that comes out of the ground. And I was like, oh my God, they're dead. I don't have any more rabbits. And so I was just like, it was so instinctual for me to just go out with my table scraps to give the rabbits celery or cabbage butts. And I was like, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. My neighbor fucking sprayed spray and killed them. That's right, they got eaten by wild dogs. That's right, I forgot about that. And then I was just like, oh, okay. Oops. So I just threw it outside. I just threw the cabbage and the celery outside. When the chickens came out in the morning, because I made it at night, they ate the shit out of it. And it was so cute because my duck, I have two ducks. I have one named Taco and one named Sven. Sven is a Swedish duck. And Taco is a female mallard or something like that. A mallard-esque looking duck. She grabbed the celery and she like ripped it. She was like, rah, 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 to the celery, like trying to rip it off. And then it just reminded me of dinosaurs. And I was like, because dinosaurs freak me out. But yeah. Yeah, I was pretty sad that I went outside instinctually. Like, because I guess the last time I really fucked around with cabbage or celery, or celery, I had rabbits. And so I was kind of sad. You know what I mean? Like when you do something over and over again, you create like a game trail in your brain. And so I was like, oh, okay. Like I instinctually was like, eh. And then I was like, oh, ooh. I wish they weren't so expensive. Rabbits are like $65 a pop. I'd go get some more. But I learned how to properly harvest a rabbit. Sorry, trigger warning. I'll put this in trigger warning if you don't want to hear me talk about homesteading and processing animals. But just shut it off or skip forward a couple of minutes or something. I'll be rambling on in a few minutes. So what you're supposed to do is put I have a tuning fork here. So anyways, you're supposed to put like a pole behind where their ears are, like, okay, so like right here, like this is a rabbit. So you put a pole like on their neck behind their ears, and you put 2 feet down, so you're holding them down, and then you lift their neck up until you hear a pop, and it's just painless, quick, swift. So I learned how to properly dispatch a rabbit. Now my friend's husband, he was dispatching rabbits. They had went to some homestead and they were doing like a little class thing. I think it's a story she told me. I could be butchering it. Sorry. Something they were dispatching rabbits. It was very loud. They were screaming and they scream. They scream like a. It's go YouTube. You could YouTube. You could YouTube screaming rabbits. They scream. They scream. They scream. So, it's the best way to dispatch them is that way. And someone said to do it while they're eating, while they're snacking. You just kind of pop it, pop. You know what I mean? Like pop, pop, kind of thing. And I'm all about humanely dispatching an animal. I'm all about loving them as much as you can. And then, the life cycle and process, being responsible for it. I think it's extremely important. And also knowing what you're made out of. Because we are humans to an extent. To an extent. Bitch, what the fuck? Yeah, I guess. I mean, we are, right? Like, you and me, we're like humans to an extent, right? So it's important to be involved with the food you consume intimately. So it's important to reach out to your community, try to find some kind of farmer or co-op, or they have like just independent homesteaders who are trying to make a few dollars, and support them and become intimately involved with your food, and just also, if you're brave enough to see what you're made out of, to raise your own food. There is guerrilla gardening and guerrilla homesteading. People have whole rabbit operations in their garage. They have ACs, they have vents, and all kinds of, like, if you go online, you can find that a lot of people, even though the law will tell you you're not allowed to do something, honestly, it can suck my dick, because if you're raising rabbits in your house, like, do you understand? There's some Karens that'll be like, I'm gonna call and report you for having a rabbit. Oh, hi, Mr. Police. Like, what, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna take it to the shelter and they're going to dispatch that animal. So don't be a fucking cunt. If you see something like that, no, you didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Unless an animal is being harmed, like inhumanely starved, which happens in Houston, Texas a lot. It's none of your fucking business what your neighbors are doing. If they're trying to support their family, become self-sufficient with their food cycles, it's none of your fucking business what they're doing. And perhaps if you're nice enough and if you're curious enough, you guys could help each other. You know what I mean? You grow crops to feed the rabbits. Maybe they could split the rabbit, the food with you. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of Karens that are like, well, the law says that you're not allowed to have a rabbit in the city limits. I'm gonna put you in a cheese grater, bitch. I'm gonna cheese grate your face off, honey. I hate that shit. Like, there's a lot of bitches here in the country. Like, I always tell you guys, there's a horse down the street. The dude's got a horse down the street. Like, some laws are fucking stupid. Do you know what I mean? Some laws are not supposed to be like followed. Mostly the ones about rabbits. No, I'm kidding. But it's somebody was like, oh, they could get out and they could breed and cause a lot of ruckus down here. I was like, hunt them down and eat them. Like, what is your, like, are you, like, I have a lot of solutions for a lot of problems, and they're not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? They act like people are crazy. Sometimes I just want to release rabbits into the wild, just to fucking make it, like, just to have a little chaos, just to feel something. You know what I mean? Sometimes I had this whole plan. I was gonna breed a bunch of rabbits and release them in a field by my house and just say fuck it. And then I was like, no, that's wrong. It's wrong to introduce something like that. And I was like, well, who's gonna stop me? Who gives a fuck? Like, Anyways, I have strange thoughts sometimes when it's very late at night and I'm being alone and somebody makes me mad and then my brain goes into a weird tangent. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, no. Somebody was like, anyways, the city next to us, which is a little bigger than the town I live in. I've already done research on all of the laws, including livestock, animals, and the consideration of what is considered a livestock. You know what I mean? What is legally allowed and what is not allowed within residential and commercial and farm land. There is a town that would be better for us to live in because it is literally more country than our town. Um, but I think that we're set up right here in a good spot where we're safe from hurricanes to an extent. Um, and also tornadoes because the tornadoes hit the country town. I don't know. It's just weird. We're in an okay place, even though I hate it here. We're still in a decent little nook. So, anyways, so sorry. Yeah, there's like these people that the kids for the 4-H club, they couldn't raise rabbits at home, but that was one of the things that they had to do for the 4-H club because the city I live next to was like, we're not going to allow that to happen. But the city I live next to also refuses to allow their residents to have a trash can. So vultures and wild animals will just rip trash all over the place. And even though it's one of the nicer cities that are down here, it's still shitty. It's still stupid. It's like backwards. And you can go and argue facts and logic to the people, which I have done many times. I'm kind of a bitch, so I will, like, I don't give a fuck if you're a mayor. I'm gonna talk to you how I talk to you right here, maybe a little more respectful, but as soon as you start resisting a very good idea, I'm gonna start calling you shit. I'm gonna start being like, why is it like this? Oh, well, trash cans look fucking trashy. You know what else looks fucking trashy? And this, like, it's not even a place I live in, but I'll still like go toe to toe with people because I'm just a bitch sometimes. I'm like, you know what else looks trashy? Literal trash and diapers and fucking used pads and condoms all over the fucking road because some wild animal got to the trash before the trash man could pick it up because you refuse to allow your residents to have trash cans. So they have to put bags out by the road. What is your fucking problem? Like, why would you make it illegal for someone to have a trash can? That's insane. Like, that's stupid. Like, I'm dumb, but that's stupid. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a lot of dumb laws. They're like, well, it looks ugly and it's an eyesore. I'm like, you know what else is an eyesore? Your backwoods thinking. Oh, update. So I rose hill. Because, you know, I just said, I'll like fucking talk shit. I'll like tag the city and some shit online. I'll be like, hey, blankety blank, what's up with this? Like, I thought that, why are you not using our tax dollars? You know, I just raise hell sometimes. I get a wild hair and I get mad and then I raise hell. But it's for a good reason. It's not just chaos. Sometimes it's for good chaos, such as the traffic light that was down by, okay, so here's the thing. I made a post online and I called out the city and the mayor, the cops and everybody. And I was like, hey, for over 12 years, this intersection has been damaged beyond recognition. The street lights, which are extra large, very, very big and very heavy, there's tons of homeless people and street walkers. People walk back and forth, not because they're getting exercise, but because they're usually high, stumbling down the way. You know what I mean? I live in a very impoverished area. So I was like, hey, listen, for like over 12 years, this place hasn't been fixed. And someone was like, no, for over 2 decades. I think that's my rooster. Anyways, so just ignore him. Just ignore him. That's what I do. So, anyways, so I was like, this intersection is dangerous. There are street lights hanging. The street lights don't work. They worked at one time. They don't anymore. They put up false stop signs that someone stole. Like some crackhead stole they put cement in a bucket and had a stop sign there, but then some crackheads got a wild hair up their ass and stole it. So I was like, can we, as a town, like the town I live in, even though it's super, super poor and super poverty and like really run down and really ugly and shit like that. I was like, can we please just put a little effort to this? And everyone was like, I actually like it being broke. Maybe if you knew how to fucking drive, you would understand it's a stop and go. Like, people were resisting my my idea to have it fixed, to have the traffic lights fixed. They were resisting it. They're like, a traffic light would not even be good because then I'd have to wait longer and la la la. And maybe if you were smart, you dumb bitch, you'd know it's a stop and go. And I was just like, oh my God. And so then I was like, okay, so what would you have? Let's just start the conversation on a public platform and let's tag the city and the mayor and let's figure out what the fuck is going on. And so, I don't know, I just do shit like that. So, so then they were like, well, we would actually appreciate it if it was just a 4-way stop sign. And I was like, cool. Like, all right, well, what do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think? And so the majority of people were like, take the streetlights down, put stop signs up. And someone was like, well, you know, like I said, a lot of people, there was like ragtag bitches that were like, if you weren't a dumb cunt and you knew how to drive, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, here's the thing. There's a street lamp, like the stop sign, sorry, how do you say, traffic light was hanging. And I was like, it's fine if you guys want to pay a $500,000 lawsuit. Like, let's say it does fall on one of these streetwalkers and their family sues the city. It's going to cost you more to fucking pay out someone's injuries, like to their medical bills, than it's going to cost you to fix the fucking intersection. You dumb bitch. Like, I didn't say that, but I said it without the cuss words. And so I was just being like, okay, fine. You want to leave it hanging there? That's totally okay. Don't come crying to me when it finally does fall because a big wind comes and it lands on one of these streetwalkers, and now you have to pay $500,000 out of the city's budget to medical bills, or maybe to pay for the funeral or for the, you know, emotional damages and la 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 la. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb bitch. Within a week, the whole intersection was revamped. The lights were taken down and there was permanent stop signs put into the ground. I did something for my fucking town. Ah! Me being a cunt actually was like for the better of the world. So if you are a cunt and you're a total fucking bitch, use your bitchiness for good, not for evil. I just hit my finger. Use your bitchiness for good and not for evil. Be a total fucking cunt for the community. And that's what I'm doing. And it worked. And I was like, decades, guys, decades of that intersection being fucked the fuck up. And all I had to do was go online and be a total fucking cunt about it. And I changed my little world. I would like to thank my subscribers, first of all, for supporting me in my dumbass ways. Because you guys do really, you guys give me hope. Your kind comments. I'm gonna go outside and take that rooster and sit on him. Just kidding. No, but I do appreciate your kind comments and everything, and y'all's support. Because thank you. I don't know, just y'all have given me the confidence to be myself, and to be myself always at any time of day with anybody. It doesn't matter if it's the fucking president or if it's your mama, your daddy, your bald-headed granny. It doesn't matter if it's with if it was Jesus Christ reincarnated, I would still be a total cunt in his presence too. But I'd like to thank you guys because you guys kind of helped me too. So yeah, thank you. Thanks. Because without y'all's support, I don't think I would have said anything that day. I think I would have just like internalized that anger and like wrote in my journal, like, but instead I was like, I looked around my town and I was sitting at that stop sign, or it wasn't even a stop sign because someone stole a stop sign and the street light was hanging. And I looked at it and I looked and I was just like, I live here. This is where I live. I pay taxes here. This has been like this for far too long. Can we do something? Like, please. And if not, what the fuck? And if you don't want to, that's fine. The consequences of your inactions are going to be grand. 500 grand. So, yeah, it was just really cool, guys. It was really cool. I did something. I complained and I made a change. Did I have to go rally? No, I just had to rally online. I just had to make enough like commotion. And I'm really happy for that. I'm really, really happy for that because now we have permanent stop signs there and the street lamps are down and they're not hanging anymore and it looks really good. It looks really good. So, yeah. I hope that I can inspire you guys to also be total fucking cunts in your town. To make changes. Like, I don't know, it just works. It works online too, especially on Facebook. Like, I don't know why, but it does. It just, well, for here it does. I don't know wherever you're at, but they get scared. Your local town officials are so frightened of something going viral. Use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. Be a total fucking skank for your community. Yeah, use it. Just, you don't have to cuss anybody out, but just be logical. And the thing is that if they resist too much to a good idea, your local news station will pick it up. Make sure you do it in your public Facebook groups for your community. Pick the largest Facebook group for your community. Cause a little bit of a ruckus. It took me a couple of times to do that. You have to take pictures. So for what I did was I took pictures of the intersection of all the issues. And I was like, guys, come on. You know what I mean? Like, can't we do better? Like, we're better than this, right? Like, they always put their signs around town saying, keep blase, where I live, beautiful. It's up to you to keep it beautiful. Bitch, we pay a fuck ton of taxes every fucking year for you guys to do your goddamn job. It's my job to go fucking pick up shit? Like, what the fuck? Like, baby, you can't even fix an intersection. But I'm happy that they did. Because that's how it should be. You shouldn't have to beg your local officials to do their fucking jobs. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have to go online and be, please, Mr. Mayor, can we fix the intersection? What the fuck? Like, that's just trashy. And then if there was a good handful of people that are like, what do you expect? This place sucks. And it is trashy. And yeah, it is. But does it have to be? Like, does it have to be trashy? So it's been trashy. It still is kind of trashy. You know what? Does it have to be? And then everyone's like, oh yeah, it's full of crackheads and alcoholics and drunks and la 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 la. Yeah. But really, it's full of people who are traumatized and they're not getting the help they need because it's too expensive or there's stigma around it. So, I don't know. I will swing back and forth between wanting to help and wanting to burn everything down. I think it's just a female thing or something. It's a feminine rage or something like that. I don't know exactly. It's something like that. But yeah, I did something, and so I'm very proud of myself. And I didn't even have to get like anyone else involved. I just barked loud enough for everyone to hear me. And I took pictures, and then I tagged officials, and I was like, "What are you guys doing?" You know what I mean? Because you want to run for mayor again next year? That's very nice. That's very cool. Why would we vote for you if you're just going to allow this place to still look like shit? You know what I mean? Like, but you want to raise our taxes? we live, it looks like we live in my town looks like it's very industrial and very like a junkyard. I'm like, it, do you, I mean, you're king of the trash heap? Like, okay, cool. It doesn't have to be like this. But you keep raising our taxes as if we live somewhere that is, immaculate. We don't, because you won't allow it to be anything other than what it's always been. I could see potential in things, and I don't want to exploit potential. I think that's fucked up, but I like to see the potential in people and to believe in people and to gas them up and to root them on and to be their hype man. Like, you can do this, you can. Um, if there's one person there for you, it's me. I love hyping people up. Ask any of my very close friends. Anytime that they are successful, I am there screaming uh, adoration and applause, and just I'm being loud so that way they understand somebody is there for them and that their success, it means something. It does mean something. Um, so yeah, yep. I think I'm gonna go. So anyways, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I wanted to tell you guys that I did something. I did at least one thing for my community. I caused a ruckus and I got an intersection fixed. And yeah. So yeah, be a cunt for good. 2025. And I hope that you guys are doing well. But you guys also have the power to do something within your community. You have the power to start something. You have the power to create a safe space. You have the power to host 30-minute meditations in the forest where you live, and put flyers around town and have it for free, or offer, like, people can do a love donation to you. That's a big popular thing. People say love donations, so they're tax write-offs. People can come, like, you could do a suggested love donation on your flyer if you need to be paid for it. You know what I mean? Like $5, like nothing crazy. Or what you can also do is like a food drive. Like, okay, we're going to have a weekly meditation in the forest. Bring canned goods, or pads, sanitary pads, not tampons, sanitary pads for women, or something like that. You know what I mean? You can start something, and then go do it. You know what I mean? You just have to, I think you have to hate your reality just enough. Do you know what I mean? I do think that you have to allow yourself to hate your reality just enough to fucking want to change it. You know what I mean? I think that hatred is a lovely tool. Chaos, hatred, aggravation, all of these very, like, the when the dark feminine rises within you, I think that there is something good that could come out of it. Like fixing an intersection. Yeah, I think, but you have to allow yourself to hate. You can't just be like, I'm a good love and light, like witch, like I don't believe, and allow yourself to feel hate. It's okay to hate things. You're human. You're allowed to hate stuff. I give you permission to hate shit. I give you permission to hate me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. You hate me, I hate me worse. Like, I'm kidding. I'm my biggest hater. Okay, so there's that. But I'm also everyone else's biggest hater. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, but I am everybody else's biggest hype man, and I just want to see people successful. I want to see you happy. I want to see you healthy, and I want to see you wealthy, and I want to see you striving and living, and not just surviving. I want to see you like thriving and doing all the things you want to do. Like those Pinterest boards you have, I want to see you, not the bad ones, but the good ones, like the ones where you hide all your hopes and dreams in, like I do. I want to see you living that life that is just so fantastical to you. It's a fantasy. I want to see you achieving that. You know what I mean? I'm like your biggest fan, your biggest supporter, because I want this world to be filled with people reaching and obtaining their dreams, not constantly slaving away for monetary gain. Monetary gain is just a happy byproduct of reaching for your dreams. So yeah, or something like that. I don't know. It's something like that. I don't know. I hope you guys are doing well. And if you're not doing well, allow yourself to be angry. Allow yourself to hate some shit. I hate that bitch. Hate things and then, write it down. Like, I hate my community. Well, why do you hate your community? What's going on? What's going on in your surroundings, in your house? And then reach out your neighborhood, reach out your town, reach out the cities near you, reach out your county, reach out your city. You know what I'm saying? Like, start small with your anger and be like, I hate the routines here. Well, what is causing that? What is, well, you know what I mean? Just start investigating your anger, your frustration, your feelings, because there is validation in them. I don't think that we ever have an unnecessary undertow like that. You know what I mean? I think that it's because we absorb everything so much that whenever you start noticing all of the inconsistencies around you and everybody is ignoring something, and so the environment will scream very loud as well. You know what I mean? Your environments will scream loud, like clutter, and then also externally, nothing, the city's all fucked up and they're not fixing it, they're not beautifying it, but they're telling us it's our job. No, you take money from us to make sure that it stays nice. It's your job to make sure it's going in the correct places. And if you don't do your job correctly, we'll just kick you out of office and have somebody else fill those boots. You know what I mean? I feel like as humans, well, here in the States, in Texas and where I live, we don't, how do you say, we don't exercise our rights correctly because there's fear, confusion, and they don't tell us what we can and cannot do technically. They just say that we can't, and we don't go and check. You know what I mean? We don't really go check what our rights are because they don't really tell us about that. We're not informed until we do something wrong. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Start small, start within yourself, and then branch out. If you start noticing you feel like aggravated, like something's really pissing you off, look around in your immediate environment, and then, like I said, branch out. Your house, your room, and then your house, and then your yard, and then your neighborhood, and then the town, and then the county, and then the state. Like, what exactly is it? Can you pinpoint it? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're doing well. Thank you guys for supporting me being a total fucking bitch and a total fucking cunt. I really love and appreciate you guys. And I want to support you in your bitchy cunt ways. So yeah, I support it. I support women's rights and I support women's wrongs. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.